Praxeum fans, my name is Tesh, I play Lady Mouse.
And I'm General Attenkel, also known as Jeff. And of course, here's Sammy napping. She is Master Caprica. But what do we have today?
I thought we could talk about Star Wars Celebration because although neither of us could be there, we knew some people who were there, we were following some channels who were there. There's just so much that's exciting, which is to be expected with it being the last of the new movies. One of the things I was really excited about was how much more inclusive the Star Wars fandom is becoming. We have seen a lot more diversity in the new shows and the new movies. Kelly Marie Tran, who plays Rose in The Last Jedi, actually got a standing ovation when she came out for a panel, which was really nice to see after all the bullying that she's gotten online.
Tragic. That's definitely uncalled for.
Her Universe, which is a clothing company that was started by the voice actress who plays Ahsoka Tano, she put out a new clothing line of really cool hoodies and dresses and other Star Wars female clothing, which has pockets, which is very important and very exciting.
Gotta have pockets when you're killing Sith.
It's very important. I mean, no!
Scored!
No. We saw a lot of new female characters being introduced, as we'll be talking about throughout. But did you want to start off with something you were excited about?
So I'm a gamer, and like many gamers, we don't trust EA for obvious reasons, where they are trying to milk every single cent out of their gamers. So a little leery with them with the Star Wars franchise, especially after Battlefront 2 and multiple countries and even some states started going after EA for those microtransactions. But EA has announced Jedi Fallen Order, where a Jedi after Episode 3 goes into hiding and is working in construction because of an incident. His co-worker is falling, and he uses the Force to save his co-worker, but by doing so, he brought attention from the Empire because, well, the Empire is everywhere and watching. So, we've got a Inquisitor, the second sister.
I thought it was going to be the seventh, but then apparently it was the second, which is pretty cool.
So, is coming after him. The way they're describing it, I think they're kind of going to go Force Unleashed style. So it should be interesting. You probably enjoyed the first Unleash. Second one, I thought the story could be a little bit better, but hopefully EA takes Fallen Order very seriously. They did announce no microtransaction, and it's a single-player game, so that should be exciting. So, if this is true, they have earned my trust. Little Mace Windu quote there. So what else do we have for Star Wars Celebration?
We got, I guess it wasn't technically a trailer, it was more of a sneak peek at the new Clone Wars season that's coming out. I'm guessing, yes, very exciting. I don't know if it was just stuff that's going to be from Season 7 or if they were doing a little bit from Season 7 and Season 8, but it looks like it's going to be very Ahsoka-centric, which makes sense since she's really a really popular character. She was featured heavily in Rebels, and we're going to get to fill in some of the gap in that story. One thing we actually just noticed today when we were rewatching that YouTube channel had pointed out is her, I think they're still Leku. Her Leku markings are being used on some of the clone troopers' armor as an homage to her. I really like the epic scene where she comes out with the two reverse grip sabers, since reverse grip is Lady Mouse's thing. One thing we thought was really cool is you can see some of the people she's fighting, presumably in the underlevels of Coruscant, are the Pikes, who are one of the criminal organizations who worked with Darth Maul. I can't tell, and I don't know if anyone said anything about it, but it looks like some of the people in Mandalorian armor she's fighting might still have the Darth Maul type markings.
I think so.
So I'm thinking they're going to maybe fill in a little bit with how he ended up to where he is at the end of Solo with running Crimson Dawn.
Spoiler alert!
Yeah.
Hopefully you've seen it.
They should know by now. Now. Oh, and apparently the animation for Darth Maul's fight scenes is actually motion capture off of the original actor from episode 1, Ray Park. So that's going to be really cool and just bring a whole nother level to the fighting. And I love how Ray Park and Sam Witwer, who's the voice of that character, are just like completely embracing that they're jointly creating this character.
That's highly exciting, especially seeing in one clip with Obi-Wan and Mace Windu fighting a bunch of battle droids.
He's just excited for the sass.
I'm quite curious on how Mace Windu is going to react to Obi-Wan's sass, so hopefully I get to see that, where Mace Windu just kind of shrugs Obi-Wan off, where Obi-Wan's just like, I've had better days, or referring to something to Anakin, because we know Mace Windu didn't quite care for Anakin. So, exciting news. But what really had me excited for The Mandalorian.
I'm even excited, and I hate Mandalorians.
You're just hating them because they're better than Dathomirians. And I mean, it looks fantastic. It takes place 5 years after episode 6. So the Empire is in crumbling shambles. It seems like apparently there was a clip of I guess the first episode was shown after the cameras turned off, where they showed where the Mandalorian goes for a bounty after brushing off pathetic cheap jobs, and we don't know who he's going to be going after. Should be interesting, must be highly valued, since they're offering, what was it, Beskar?
Beskar.
So Mandalorian Iron should be interesting right there. But everything what I've been seeing was they're making the props. It's not CGI. They're
going like very traditional Western with it.
Everything's being built. Even the ships, even the Mandalorian ship was completely designed so that way they can make sure that they get the lighting right. It looks like Disney's making sure that, you know, Star Wars is being taken seriously, that they are paying attention to their fans and go, hey, this didn't quite work, let's fix this. So should be exciting. Looking great so far.
I'm so excited for Gina Carano's character. Her name is, I think, Cara Dune. She's a former shock trooper. I know a lot of people were really hoping she might be like a grown-up Sabine from the Rebels series, but it doesn't look like that's the direction they're going. But they've released one picture of her in the battle sequence. It looks absolutely amazing. She was the, I believe, Russian character in Deadpool 2, apparently named Angel Dust. But she's
first Deadpool, by the way.
Oh, was it the first one?
Yeah. Don't even know your Marvel cinematic.
No, Deadpool's not necessarily that. It's okay. But she's just a very physically imposing actress, so I think she's going to do really well in that kind of live-action TV show, and I'm really excited for her.
Especially since the clip apparently included her bashing a stormtrooper on the head and then bashing out his teeth. So, may want to keep some kids away from it first.
Yeah, this is probably true.
So, but the grand news. What is the grand news?
They released the first teaser trailer for Episode 9, including the title, The Rise of Skywalker. Of course, there's tons and tons of fan theories. My personal favorite is that they're going to go the clone route, since cloning was featured really heavily in the old EU, where Rey might be some kind of clone of Anakin or Luke or some other character. The costumes looked absolutely amazing. I love how Rey's has kind of evolved over time. Now she has a hood, which is pretty cool.
I hope they don't do the cloning route. So
really, I like it.
It should be
very old EU.
I think it's one of those. No one can die then, and of course Luke said no one's clearly dead,
Yeah.
and especially Palpatine's laugh.
Yes.
I don't think anybody was expecting that, and especially at Celebration when
Ian McDiarmid.
Yeah, comes out, and you could just tell he's enjoying the clapping and enjoying the fans going crazy for him. And in that Darth Sidious voice, he says, "Roll it again." And of course, all the fans lose it because they weren't expecting his voice in the first place, and then he comes out and just like, "Roll it again." So,
apparently they're going to have at least one scene where Carrie Fisher and her daughter in real life, Billie Lourd, I believe is her name, are going to have a scene together. There were hints that...
I didn't hear about that.
Yeah.
Should be exciting.
Yeah. Finn may have a scene with Kylo Ren based on the way they worded something. So I think it's going to be amazing, and people are going to be really excited.
And it's the last of the Skywalker trilogy, or saga.
Yeah.
So... JJ apparently did talk to George Lucas before he wrote the script as well, so we are getting George Lucas's input on it, especially after the backlash from Episode 8. I think it is important to include the creator of Star Wars, so that way, you know, why not have the person who created everything that we love and enjoy actually...
What? Love and enjoy? It's not like it's our entire life.
Yeah. Oh. Yep, nothing like that, you know. But I mean, why not have him help out with everything? So I'm excited for that, and it should be good.
Yeah.
So
before we end the episode, just wanted to do a shout out to one of our friends, TC. He got us a fancy new microphone that we're using for this episode, so we're excited to just keep increasing the quality of these episodes. And then we have an exciting announcement about the next Atheria Cantina episode.
The next Atheria Cantina episode, actually next two, because we're planning on doing a two-parter live episode at KazaCon 2019. It's actually going to be taking place here in a few days. Of this filming, of course, and we're excited. What is our first main topic going to be about?
I'm going to be heading up an episode about toxic fandom, just kind of talking about some of the really unfortunate examples of really negative things that have happened in mostly the Star Wars fandom and what positive fandom looks like.
So, if you want to know what the second one is, you gotta show up. Or you can wait, but who wants to wait?
Come
so show up to
visit
KazaCon
us.
2019. Anything else to add?
No, I think that's it. We should probably toast. We forgot at the beginning. Cheers.
Well, until then, may the Force be with you.